Delta State wide receivers are a special breed. In order to be a Statesman, you need to have a multitude of skill sets: speed, hands, being able to run your route. But the complex offense that the Statesmen run adds a special layer to these players. Wide receiver coach Chet Pobolish says it's all about the intangibles.
You know, we look for mostly athletes. We try to find guys that have done several things, whether it be in high school or junior college. You know, the running back types that get out on the perimeter and catch football, as well as some quarterback types. You know, most of our kids, not most of them, but several of them played quarterback in high school and then have transferred to running back, you know, post that some of the junior college players. So just more overall athletes that can kind of do both.
Wide receivers and running backs all come in different shapes, sizes, and speeds, but what makes a Delta State wide receiver?
It doesn't really matter body type, it's just about getting it done. We ask all of our kids to block, obviously, as much as we run the ball with our wide receivers. They've got to be able to block for each other as well. So it's more of a just an attitude and how they play than a physique, I'd say.
The way that Delta State plays football is appealing to all those who watch it, fans, broadcasters alike. Sometimes it's a make-or-break situation for athletes looking to play college football.
You know, sometimes when we recruit a lot of running backs, and the running backs say, you know, you're going to be a wide receiver, and for a minute, it takes them a minute to realize, you know, wait a minute, I've been a running back all my life. And then once they see the offense, they understand what's required of it, and it's more of a running back first, receiver second. So yeah, it's advantageous for recruiting. Once they see how we play and what we do.
There are so many players that can be looked at as focal points of this Statesman offense, players like Trevor Deed and Damon Carroll. But it doesn't stop there. The wide receiver core is deep, and the players complement each other nicely.
We try to get players to complement each other. I mean, you know, obviously if two players like Trevor, it becomes a little bit difficult. So you try to find somebody that does things that maybe he can, or maybe that do better than him. You know, obviously Damon's a taller type of player that can do things that Trevor can't, and Trevor is more of a running back player that do things that Damon can't. And some of the other players complement those two as well as each other. And we have some depth in some of those positions that complement each other as well.
Practice for wide receivers involves a lot of footwork and route running, but what are some things that the wideouts can work on?
I would say as a positive first, we're working really hard. It's probably the hardest working group I've had. Especially here. These guys are really dedicated to what they're doing. As far as what we need to work on, we just need to learn the system. You know, we graduated 5 receivers that contributed a lot last year, and replacing those guys will be tough. So we're just trying to get those guys at the same level as far as learning the offense and the plays and the tempo that we run.
The wideouts are ready, but what about you? For season tickets, visit GoStatesmen.com. For the Statesman Insider, I'm Jimmy Smith.